Well, Ben, it's not quite that simple. We're just now learning of the events that unfolded back in November of 2013 because the police department has finally released their surveillance footage from the station. Mr. Ervin Leon Edwards was pronounced dead inside of a cell at the West Baton Rouge Parish jail less than 20 minutes after his arrival. Now, although the surveillance video is a bit grainy, you can still make out that Edwards was at least mobile as he entered the facility. But before long, Mr. Edwards collapses and the officers continue to just drag him into the cell. He begins to start moving around once he's inside that cell, but one can only wonder if it was actually a convulsion rather than him posing any threat to the 6 officers in the room with him. So after they tase him multiple times, Mr. Edwards finally goes limp and lays there totally motionless for nearly 10 minutes before anyone physically opens the cell to check on him, check on his welfare. Now, upon closer inspection of this video, you can see that one of the officers in particular is seen holding a yellow taser to Mr. Edwards while he's motionless for almost a full minute. Now, it's a good 15 minutes before the medics actually arrive and they attempt to resuscitate him to no avail. An internal review has thus far turned up no wrongdoing, but that may change now with the wide release of this video. This video, of course, coming on the heels of the Freddie Gray death in Baltimore. Now, it's full video of yet another person dying in custody of the police. And what really stood out to me regarding this case is how Ervin Edwards wound up in the jail to begin with. Now, it all began the evening of November 26, 2013. Ervin Edwards was in something of a shouting match with his girlfriend, Tori Patio, outside of a local gas station in Baton Rouge. And then the store clerk apparently heard the shouting and called the police. So upon their arrival, Ms. Patio told press that the whole argument simmered down and that they just wanted to be on their way, but that police wouldn't allow them to leave. She said that the officers then began giving Edwards a hard time about the way he was dressed because his pants were sagging. Now, an argument allegedly ensued between he and the police. That escalated the situation, and then they threatened to tase Mr. Edwards, at which time Ms. Patio begged them not to tase him because Mr. Edwards has known health conditions such as high blood pressure and a metal plate in his jaw. So she told local press that although they didn't tase him at the gas station, the release of this video apparently tells a completely different story. Autopsy results showed the cause of death to be, quote, undetermined, but did note that Edwards had cocaine and PCP in his system in association with restraint by law enforcement that may have led to his untimely death. Now, more than a year and a half later, this case is getting renewed intense interest due to all these other police custody deaths making headlines across the country, Ben.
Well, no doubt that video, as you mentioned, is helping to fuel that. RT correspondents Anya Parampil and Manila Chan, thank you both.